So first, tell me how Afrobella came about, for those who don't know.
It was a very whimsical beginning. Well, I guess I can go a little further back in the actual night. I was working in a newspaper in Miami, and I wasn't very happy with my job. And then one night, it was myself, my husband, and our friend Aaron, who was our landlord at the time and used to kind of be the Kramer at our house for a little bit, if you will. And Aaron was into blogs, and Aaron was into buying all these domain names and trying to make money online. And he was like, Patrice, you should have a blog. I knew that I wanted to write something about beauty, and I knew I cared very much. I thought that there was a void in what was out there, and I wanted to write about beauty. I wanted to write about natural hair, especially. Yeah, we sat around talking, and my husband is actually the one who came up with Afrobella. So, and as soon as he said the word, I was like, that's it. And Aaron was in front of the computer. He bought the domain name right then, and then I had to teach myself how to do the rest of it.
The rest is history. And what have you learned about yourself in the last few years since you've been, I know that's a loaded question, but since you've been doing this blog and learning about yourself and developing it as the years have gone on?
It's important to face your fears, and things that you may not expect will come from that. You know, I had a big fear of doing video for a long time. I was really scared about, what would I look like? I've always kind of been a heavier person and, the camera and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't know if I want that. And somebody recently, this is a very recent fear that I've overcome. Somebody was like, did Oprah wait until she lost the weight? Or she went out and did her thing? No, she didn't. She went ahead and she did it because she had stuff to say. We natural-haired women are looking for this kind of reinforcement, and we are such a tight-knit, loving, receptive community.
That's a great lesson. Yeah, we all have that. And you're so beautiful and you do so great. I've watched some of your videos. You're a natural. So how long have you been natural?
8 years.
8 years. And what was the decision or deciding factor for you?
Happened right after my wedding, actually. The last time that I let creamy crack touch the scalp was wedding. And that was, I was like, okay, I'm doing this part for those relatives and people at the wedding who might have that expectation. You have to be very comfortable with yourself. It requires a certain level of confidence, and it requires a certain level of self-love. I feel like my own beauty and confidence blossomed as the hair did its thing. My decision came from frustration. It did. And it came from just a feeling that I was wasting my talent and my time on something that wasn't mine and that would never be worthy of me.
Yes.
Every time I do one of these interviews, I think my boss might do this, but he's not my boss anymore, so hey. When you find the right thing to move into, you'll be willing to work harder on that than you ever were willing to work on the thing you were working on before. So go into it because you're passionate, go into it because you're ready, and you have to listen to your inner voice. Your inner voice will tell you when the time is right to make the leap.